You have to train with different people. You can train in front of a mirror, and you can practice all of those things, and you can get really good. Seriously, if you know what to look for, and that's what that video is for, if you know what to look for, you can observe yourself doing this. And even if you don't have a mirror or anything like that, get a camera out. Film yourself from different angles. It will immensely help you. It's not a joke. You can do this training by yourself. What you can't do by yourself later is the live, real aspect of having to dodge punches coming in. The more you can imagine it, the more real that will play out across your body. The more you experience it, the more you have for a better imagination for doing those things. So that's sparring, that comes later on. So in here, all she's gonna do is just nice and loosely, because she hasn't warmed up for this, so we're just gonna nice and loose relaxation, seeing where she is as far as her jabs and crosses. And you can see the follow through. She's got some years of training. There's not a lot of fading. The benefit that she had was her first training was with me. So what that means is there weren't a lot of bad habits when she first started training. So everything from that point on was really good. We still worked out. The brain and body wants to sit there and compensate with easier moves because it's an energy conserving vehicle. So it tries to take shortcuts. So that's what an observer is on the outside, or a camera, or whatever else, that you can then objectively look at yourself and say, oh, you're not rotating far enough on the hips. You're not squatting enough when you're doing your exercises, that sort of thing. So you have to have that third-party validation, or the second observer validation. Good. So we're going to move around. She's adapting to my range awareness. As I come in, she's got to keep a range to where she can still strike, but also get away. If I were to shoot, she didn't know what I was going to do. I'm just throwing random stuff here, but she knows well enough to adapt to some random stuff because this is Ming. So she's changed range, or changes, yeah, her angles. She's worked shifting her lead. You see all the varieties she did just on a jab and a cross. You can get such a workout on just a jab and a cross. If we throw jab, cross, and a hook now. Now on the hooks, on any of our punches, we definitely, absolutely say, go to open fist, open palm. So we're looking at palm strikes. You can knock somebody out with a palm strike. So you have to train for it, and of course in the videos I show you how to do that. But that allows her to do this without having to worry about a roll and damaging the wrist. Once we get excited and we start training and so forth, or fatigue sets into play, that awareness, or that ability to keep it strong underneath an impact on a curved surface, which is what the skull is, rolls the fist a little bit, and people will damage their wrist just on that. So we want to make sure that the highest probability of success is that you incur the least amount of damage for what you're doing on your partner. So her hook could be a fist if she wants, bam, like that, and you can see or it can be the palm strike. There isn't a difference on the power, except that her palm strike has more capability because she's not worried about damaging her own wrist. And when you're working on somebody's hard head, you hit bone like that, crack. Palm is great. Fist is going to have a chance of busting your own bones, of the small bones of the fingers. So come back out here. Nice and jab and cross. Hooks at random. She can do palm strikes on all of them, on some of them. She's mixing it up. So. And sometimes she's got a taller opponent. And we go to uppercuts. She's getting her workout now. Now she's starting to get. I'm going to just kind of blend it. These are all random. She just has to go with periphery. She has to determine what I'm doing. I may come in close. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, good. Sorry. It helps if I'm at least consistent on how I hold. Sorry.
I was just choosing to ignore that one for some reason. I really wanted the back one.
Yeah. Yes, good. Nice. Cool. So that's a small percentage of what we do. That to shoot fighting to stand-up submission, ground submission, kicks, knees, elbows. Let's get her on some elbows. She's got some nasty elbows. Again, she just started the training, so this is after not being conditioned because she hasn't trained in seriously in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So
this is what happens.
Yep. So now elbows, there we go. Yeah. If you could feel these elbows, they're not a joke, man. So straight on. There you go. Over. Yep. Good. What I had her do was exhale. We do horse breathing. If you look at, well, it's kind of called horse breathing, but it's on our videos, 900 some videos on YouTube. So I detail that. Basically, we're trying to expel carbon dioxide as much as possible. And all of a sudden, boom, her fatigue level changed, which is basically a lot of forced exhales all the way through, very hard and very complete, and then all of a sudden, boom. So now she's got basically the homeostasis, the level of where the body's demands are compensated through her breathing. So now she's like, now she's going, I can take anything now. So now we're just gonna do some more violent elbows. Yep. And I switch it up a little bit as to which one she's got to deal with. Just so you understand. Yeah.
I misread that one.
When those are hitting, I'm feeling it in my core, meaning I have to stabilize pretty hard to compensate for that. And again, she's not throwing it full power yet, because again, she's not relaxed into the training. If I ask her to do like full power now, there we go. Those are nasty, and that's where I feel it down into my wrist. Yeah. So keep the training going. Even if you're doing shadow boxing, squats, everything else, life gets in the way. You have to attend some of those things. But if you keep the exercise going and so forth, again, what she's doing is pretty hard as far as the impact that I'm receiving, her skill level of transitioning and so forth, and maintaining stability against the hits. But again, it's like 3 weeks of not having to do any type of conditioning, so because of jobs and life and so forth. Cool. All right. Got some Dave with a little bit more oomph. So my end, if I'm not holding properly, meaning I'm anticipating too late or too early and things like that, that can throw off him. So on my end, I want to try and meet it so I'm at least giving him good resistance. That's part of the feeder's responsibility. It's not just like a little slapping. It's like I want to give him like an oomph so that he feels he's hitting something durable. It's not just one of those, he throws it, I'm just going to slap into it. And that doesn't give him a sense of bam. So he does a side, yeah, slam into it. There we go. I want to give him, there we go. I want that shock feedback. He's got to feel that because he's going to feel it's like hitting a solid heavy bag, 6-foot heavy bag, you know, that sort of thing. So now we're going to move around. He's going to adapt to me. I'm going to do just elbows. Okay. It's not a lie when I say Ninja had elbows as powerful as Dave. The neat thing about somebody that she's got with the smaller arms, that's a smaller surface area hitting. Dave's got a lot of mass. He's got a lot of surface area hitting. And that'll take somebody out. But there's a whole lot of surface area. For her efforts, she's got a smaller surface area. That means she's got a tremendous more amount of power in a smaller area than Dave does. Dave's gets dispersed over a wider area. So when it comes to the head, you know, it's not going to matter too much. But for impact, for how much I'm having to deal with, because she's trained well, almost the same power. The thing that he's got is when he puts his weight into it, he's got that extra added mass and his strength. But they both will knock somebody out pretty well on the top. There we go. And then switch sides. That's it. Hey. That's it. Now, nice and loose, jabs and crosses and hooks. Nice. So math has a factor. Force equals mass times acceleration. The more mass you have for the same type of person with the same skills, the person who's got more mass will put in more force. Somebody who has more speed will put in more. So you adjust those variables. So what we're doing is we're working individually. We're working what's the maximum we can put through on this guy in his training for him. How do we get that max all the way through? And again, that's just fine tuning the fading, the transfer of power from the ground up, getting on the balls of those feet to make it more unstable. So it trains him. So yeah. Nice, nice. Now palm strike. you feel that difference? It's not only that he's gonna slap you into next week. There's a different level of taking out your whole body on that. So he'll go palm or fist. It's his choice. You see, there's a difference. There we go. Good. And then sometimes you want to give him extra work. Now I'm going to move in, he's going to adapt. There we go. That's it. Good. Now I'm going to mix it up. Sometimes we'll use this mannequin style. And so basically just uppercuts and jabs and crosses. So I'm going to mimic a head. So this is a person's head and the jaw. So we're looking at keeping it as tight as possible. But I'm going to do, things like this because that's a person coming in on you, that sort of thing. Because I may go like this, I'm shooting in on him, so he'll do an uppercut from that angle. So it won't hit on this bottom one, it's going to hit on the one shooting in on him. Okay. And this is for later training because this will adapt and it'll move. Yeah. Nice. Relax. Yeah. Balls of the feet. That's it. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Cool. So, any other questions, put them in the comments below. I do read them. And thank you for watching.